Thanks for joining us tonight for the news at 10. Will the city of Eagle annex the massive planned community of Avimor? Well, city council members are still deciding on that question.
And for the fourth time, people who live in Eagle and in Avimor share their thoughts on that proposal of joining Avimor and the city of Eagle. Abby Davis at tonight's city council meeting. And Abby, still going on, I hear.
That's right. Tonight was a regular city council meeting, so public testimony started around 6 p.m., wrapped up about 2 hours later. Since then, we've had rebuttals. Now, the city council members are currently deliberating, asking some last few questions. But the topic of annexing Avimor has really been a years-long controversial conversation. Avimor's developers have said since the beginning that they would like to annex into Eagle. But to get you up to speed, back in January, Eagle's Planning and Zoning Commission, they actually voted against recommending the city council annex Avimor into the city. Although city council will consider that recommendation, they will decide what they think is best for the city, regardless of Planning and Zoning's decision or comments from the public. Most of the people who testified at these 4 meetings were against annexation. When Avimor is fully built out around the year 2060, there will be about 10,000 homes. If annexed, around 9,000 of those homes in 860,000 square feet of commercial space would be in Eagle. 50% of the land will be protected natural open space. An analysis shows if annexed into Eagle, Avimor would bring upward of 21,000 new people into the town over the next 30 years. That's a 64% increase in population from where the city is currently at. Many believe that growth will strain services and resources like water and first responders. They also think current Eagle taxpayers will bear the burden.
I would vote against annexation because I would rather keep Eagle the way that it is rather than vote for a change that could start a ball rolling in the wrong direction.
Avimor's attorney said annexation into the city will not impact current community members' taxes, but some argue, like we've seen in other communities, as more people come into an area, more schools have to be built to accommodate growth. And in Idaho, to accommodate that growth, school districts have to run bonds and levies, which impacts property taxes. People in favor of annexing Avimor say growth in the community, the growth actually is inevitable, and they believe bringing the development into Eagle will give the city more control over what happens to the foothills.
It is vital that the city of Eagle do everything it can to control the area of impact around it, especially in the foothills.
Like I said, city council members are still talking. They're still asking questions. We could get a decision tonight. We also could not. That is also likely. We've had 2 planning and zoning meetings before this. This was the second city council meeting, and a lot of the people who were talking, they were potentially upset about city council voting to annex Avimor. They're saying, you know, they're elected officials, and so they should do what the majority of people want. And as we've seen in these past couple meetings, the majority of people testifying, they are against annexation.
So could be a decision tonight, could not be. A couple points as Abby's talking that, as I've covered the story, I want to mention is that currently Avimor is going to be built in 3 different counties.
Right, it's spread out.
It's spread out, and so their thought process, the developer's thought process is let's get it all under one city, so we only have to go through one government agency or multiple government agencies under one entity, if that makes sense. They've also talked about plans to build schools up there, so there's a lot of reasons that the developers want this, but not a lot of reasons that people in Eagle are saying they want this.
And each one of these meetings has been very well attended.
Yeah.
So it's a big issue there.
All right, Abby, thank you.